Hello beautiful people, and welcome to the channel Life After Narc. My name's Debbie and I talk about all things to do with narcissistic, abusive and toxic relationships, as well as looking at healing from them. If you like the content, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel and share the video with your friends and groups and anybody who you think will benefit from this. This would really help me on my channel and for the channel to grow, and for other people who have been in these situations to help heal and learn from them. So today's topic, closure with the narcissist. What is closure? Closure is the ending of a relationship where the two parties generally come together and sit down with each other and tell each other that, look, this is not working out. I love you, but I want different things to you. I want to move forward in a different way. It's an adult conversation. And yes, there may be tears and there may be hurt. And that's normal. But it's done with respect. It's done with grace. It's done with feeling. When the narcissist left you, did they do this? Probably not. Mine certainly didn't. Possibly like mine ex, they left you when you weren't even at home and you weren't even aware that they were going to leave you. And this hurts. Now, if you were able to leave your partner, that is fantastic. You have your closure by leaving. And my all credit to you for doing that. And it can be so difficult for a lot of people out there who don't have money, who have nowhere to go. And I admire you in your strength. I thought about leaving so many times, but I had no money. I had nowhere to go. And then my father fell ill, so my focus moved to him. Perhaps you even had to get the authorities or the police involved, and that can be dreadful. And I know another narcissistic relationship I had to get the police involved. Well, the neighbors called the police. But when the narcissist leaves you, they leave you without a word. It's as if you just don't exist. You never existed for them. They never were there for you. They never loved you. And it's done deliberately. This is, and I'll put a link below in the description box to another video I did recently called The Grand Finale. I really advise you to watch that. It really explains how the narcissist leaves you in the cold when the relationship's over. But they do it deliberately because they want their showdown. They want the big action. They want an Oscar for the way that they've left. And they want to hurt you as much as they can. That is their aim, to create as much harm and as hurt and as much pain in you as they can. They don't want you to have closure. They don't want closure because if their new supply doesn't work out, they may try to hoover you. Now, hoovering is where they try and suck you back into the relationship sometime in the future. Not all narcissists do it, but a vast majority do. If they do try and hoover you, my advice to you is try to avoid it. Try not to be taken in by this, because they will do exactly the same again. I'm going to put another link to a video that I did recently called The Hoover, and you can have a watch of that as well to find out what it's all about in a little bit more detail. So that's another reason why they don't want closure. So they can come crawling back to you if they need to. They'll never have a sincere apology. They'll say, I'm sorry, but, and that is always the way that a narcissist will apologize. I'm sorry, but you did this, you did that, you did the next thing. No, if they come back and they're going to apologize, you want a proper apology from them. Although they won't mean it. They never do. But I hope that you're strong enough not to be taken back in by this narcissist. One of the things that I've mentioned before about healing from this narcissist and all the horrible, nasty things they did is to write a list. List down everything that they did that was nasty, hurtful, evil in your life. My list is endless, but here are some things that are on my list. Leaving me without a word when I wasn't even here. That was probably the biggest hurt I've ever felt in my life. Not supporting me at my father's funeral. constantly gaslighting me over various things and issues. Far too many for me to name. Having to barricade myself in my room in fear of him. Self-harm, possible suicide attempts, and being pinned down on the floor. As I say, there are many more, but I'm just listing these few for you. They will do these things again. They always do. They don't know any different. It is part of their MO, their modus operandi. Mine said he was sorry for the shit timing. Well, yeah, it couldn't have been more shit. Excuse my language, but he left right after my father's funeral and just gone. So if he'd have been sorry, he wouldn't have left then. Think about that for a minute as well. If they were sorry, they would leave in a way that was respectful and civil and filled with dignity. As I said at the beginning, you'd sit down, you'd discuss it, you'd make a plan, you'd move forward. Yes, there would be tears and there would be heartache, but it would be nowhere near as painful as this. So there will be no closure from this narcissist. You have to make the closure for yourself. And that is something that is incredibly difficult to do because you want that closure from them. You want them to say sorry. But like I say, they never will. Not in the way that you want. If you did have your closure, please let me know in the comments below. I'd be really interested to find out how you did get your closure from them. But my advice to you is to forgive yourself for this relationship. Don't blame yourself because you were not to blame. They were. They wanted whatever they could get from you, and they did a very good job of it, didn't they? So if you've enjoyed the content, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel and click the share button to share with your friends. I hope to see you next time. Blessed be.